welcome to Silverstone for the fourth round of the HSCC Historic Formula Ford 1600 Championship. This will take place on the Grand Prix circuit, the 3.6 mile course. And it's a huge grid of Formula Fords that turned out for this. 39 cars are out this morning in qualifying, which is going to make a great sight as they head round the Silverstone circuit. Also, rolling start in order this weekend for the International Trophy meeting here HSCC are running. Keep things flowing, especially with these huge grids have this weekend. Ben Sims leads the championship heading into this round. He's a double race winner. He won at Donington, won at Thruxton as well. But one race that he didn't win went to Tiff Liddell, who was guesting that weekend. Second in that race was Ben Sims. So Ben Sims is definitely the man to beat, but the man who to beat in qualifying is Mike O'Brien. Michael O'Brien, novice driver, and he once again has put that car on pole position, a time of 2 minutes 21.1, which is 7/10 quicker than everybody else. So he is another person that people really want to be keeping an eye on. Of course, it's that man Ben Sims who was starting second. It's the Merlin of O'Brien, the Jomo of Ben Sims. Returning to the championship this weekend after about 3 years off is Westy Mitchell. His sons Ben and Sam have been in that car in recent years, that Merlin Mark 20, so it'll be interesting how Westy goes. Third in qualifying, very good in performance. Max Bartel here, start fourth in the third of the Merlin Mark 20s. Bartel had a great run at Donington, was leading the way at Thruxton in the first race before being spun out. And looking at that there on the warming up lap, there's a problem there for Chris Sharples. Doesn't look like he'll be making the start. The Palliser should have started 13th. Look a bit further down the grid, third row, James Hadfield, first round he's out this season, and so Mark Dragahescu in the car. Josh West took to victories last season. Will Nuttall, he's had lots of car gremlins this season. He should be starting there though on the fourth row alongside Percy Kaveri. Brian Morris and Simon Toyne are on row 5. Then you've got James Buckton, Alex Meek, Chris Sharples, he won't be there. Then Kevin Stanzel, Andrew Ansell, Stuart Dix, Michael Wales, Stephen King, Daniel Pickett and James Lovett. That is your top 20 here on the grid. That's about half the grid. So it's a rolling start, as we say. Inside there, Michael O'Brien starting there on that pole position. Ben Sims alongside him, and the lights go out. The race will be away, and they're out now. And straight away, Dragahescu, who are on board with, darts out to try and go around Bartel, but not having any of that. But he's the Bartel, but it's Ben Sims. He goes around the outside to take the lead away from Michael O'Brien, and it's the outsides that made the better start because Bartel has gone third ahead of Westy Mitchell, and now Mark Dragahescu bettered James Hadfield starts now also trying to go past Mitchell, but Mitchell goes back in front as they go through Beckett's on board with Alex Meek, and their exhaust coming off of James Buckton's car, and Meek over the top of it, and a brilliant save there. That could have been very dangerous indeed. As sideways through Maggots and onto Chapel, that's Ben Sims, but it's a better run up the corner for Michael O'Brien, and now he can use the slipstream for the leading Jomo to go in front. He pulls alongside underneath the bridge, and he should make the move done by the time they get down to Stoke Corner. He has done. Ben Sims goes back underneath him on board with Bartel. He's running in third position after beating Mitchell off the line. Sims sliding out right out of Stowe, and that's perhaps going to allow O'Brien to try and come back through possibly. Oh, sorry, it's of course, yes, but no, it is still Sims in front as they go through Club Corner now. So it's still Sims behind O'Brien after O'Brien making that move on the hanger straight. So now they go past the new Silverstone wing, the Grand Prix grid, and now into Abbey Corner. Very, very fast right-hander. Just hitting the apex and sliding the car out wide. Go through the fast left at Village, and here comes Ben Sims looking up on the inside as they head down into Village. And is he going to get this done? It's a Jomo going back in front, the two cars side by side as they head into the hairpin there at the loop, and O'Brien stays in the lead, and you can see this huge grid. They're nobody really spreading out too much on this first lap, and somebody there diving up on the inside couldn't quite work out who that was. So you can see the cars just keep coming. Fantastic grid here for the historic Formula Fords. Certainly best of the season so far, and it's starting by side for the lead. O'Brien and Sims. Sims trying to come around the outside, and it's Westy Mitchell there that goes third. On the inside of Brooklyn's Dragahescu trying to follow him through, but it is Sims that takes the lead. Sims gets the lead back away from O'Brien, so it's Sims that leads there at the end of the first lap. In second position is Michael O'Brien. Third, so that's Westy Mitchell. Fourth is our onboard camera. That is, of course, Max Bartel. In fifth position is Dragahescu. Sims going tight to the wall there as they cross the line for the first time. Thought Michael O'Brien was perhaps going to try and have a go, but couldn't do so. Bartel carrying a bit of extra speed to Mitchell. Both O'Brien and Bartel, they're running out over the curbs through Cop's corner, and now Michael O'Brien trying to go around the outside through Beckett to take the lead, and he does it. Great move from O'Brien. We're going past Mitchell as well around the outside, and he gets it done. So Bartel goes back up to third ahead of Westy Mitchell. Mitchell using loads of the curb there on the inside of the circuit as they now head out of Chapel back onto the hangar straight. We're back on board with Mark Dragahescu in one of the many Mark 20s at the front of the field. We go side by side in front. We're going to go three wide since Bartel gets swamped either side by Dragahescu and Mitchell for the lead. It is O'Brien, but Sims looking to the inside, can't get anything done into Stowe corner, and it is Dragahescu that's gone third. We can now ride on board with Sims. He sits in that second position, the Jomo, right behind Michael O'Brien then. They head in towards Club. We're using the classic layout of Vale today, and Sims sideways heading there through the first part of Club, then the second part. O'Brien taking perhaps a slightly tighter entry to that corner. Now in the slipstream, it's Ben Sims going to go for the move at Abbey. It's a very brave move, he does it. No, O'Brien did leave him room. Sims didn't go for it this time. Only lap 2, of course. Down towards Village now. And it's the inside line for Sims. This is what happened last time. Now, if O'Brien hangs it out there around the outside, then he has the inside as they head into the loop, and he goes back to the front. Then he tries to squeeze Sims. That's a bit wide, but we could let Mark Dragahescu have a look up on the inside as then they head back onto the national part of the Silverstone circuit. Of course, the international circuit. They've just been going around, of course, and the whole thing making up the Grand Prix circuit we're using this weekend. On board with Dragahescu then. Here comes Sims around the outside as they go underneath the bridge and head down towards Brooklands. Dragahescu's going to look on the inside. Sims braves it out around the outside, but O'Brien, they're staying to the inside. Remember, O'Brien, a novice driver. Going great guns. He was racing here a few weeks ago in the MSVR Run Super Series, but it's Ben Sims who's gone right round the outside there at Luffield to take the lead. So Sims takes the lead back from O'Brien, but O'Brien on the inside as they head through the Woodcote. They're going to be level as they cross the line then. Dragahescu is going to make it 3 wide. They head down into Cop's corner. So who's going to have it then? It's Dragahescu. He's not going to take it on the inside, but he takes Sims. Sims down to third, and O'Brien, who is in the middle, he leads now, but Sims coming back at Dragahescu. No, he can't do it. Tucks back into the slipstream. Still in fourth position is Westy Mitchell, and in fifth is Max Bartel as we head into Beckett's then. And then Maggots. Down a gear for Bartel. On board with Sims then. Sliding it, trying to go around the outside of Dragahescu. That would have given him the inside for Chapel. Couldn't get it done. Now he's trying to get the slingshot down the straight. Dragahescu perhaps with a slightly better run as they head now down the hangar straight. And Sims can't really make too much use of that now. I'm sure he would have been hoping to try and go ahead of Dragahescu as they head into Stowe corner. Couldn't get it done though. So it's O'Brien that still leads. And really sideways goes Ben Sims. He was racing the inside, towards the inside of the circuit then. But he held it all together. Didn't lose any time. Stayed in that third position. Down into Club corner then. Sims slides its Jomo around the circuit. Saw it in the wet at Thruxton last time out, seeing it again here at Silverstone. Now, in the slipstream, heading down to Abbey, and again Sims looks for it. He brakes later than Dragahescu. He slides up on the inside. He gets second position. Great move there from Sims. Very brave indeed. Now on the brakes, down into Village. And it's side by side. Westy Mitchell coming past Dragahescu now. Bartel in there as well. But the inside line for Dragahescu, so he just drops down to fourth. And then it was James Hadfield there in sixth position. He was in that dice, as was the 16 car. That's Simon Toyne returning to the series this weekend. There's a bit side-by-side action. That's Kevin Stanton on the outside. The inside was the Cooper or Stuart Dix. On board with Bartel, heading down to Brooklands. Draga Heskey coming straight back over the inside of Wesley Mitchell. Couldn't make it done, he was very tight to the inside. Now O'Brien certainly getting a gap now to Sims. Can he break that slipstream? If he can, he's going to give him a real advantage, because once he's battled with second, if they carry on to dice as they have been, it'll make O'Brien's job a lot easier to get away. Completion of lap 3 then as they cross the line. What's the gap from O'Brien to Sims? It's 1.2 seconds, and now Wesley Mitchell looking up on the inside and takes second position away from Ben Sims. Sims is going to slide a bit wide here. It's going to allow Draga Heskey to come back through, and Bartel's going to get involved in this as well. So it's side by side between Sims and Draga Heskey headed into Beckett's, and Sims braves it out up on the inside line there. He takes third, and he try to get past Wesley Mitchell as well. Not quite. Right, head through Maggots now then. And on to Chapel. A bit wide there for Sims. And then he's again going to try and get this slingshot down the hanger straight. So really very long straight. These 1600cc cars. Sims looks to the inside. Is he going to break later than Mitchell? Yes, he does. Sims goes through. Mitchell going to fight back. These two ex-champions of the historic Formula 4 Championship. As we said earlier, Wesley Mitchell hasn't raced this car for a while. He's going well in it. Right, on board with James Lovett now. Load of T200s, you can see here, battles all the way down the field. This is more towards the bottom of the top 20. But you can really see the dicing that goes on in this championship. Wherever your pace lies, you're going to find yourself someone to battle with. Even around this long circuit. Silverstone Grand Prix. Snedden next, another long circuit, not quite as long as Silverstone. Still over around 2 minute lap, I should imagine. Right, battle for second. Sims, Mitchell, Draga Heskey, and then Bartel. That's the four of them. You can see the cars really do slide their way there through Village. Again, as I was saying, you can see everyone in a battle. Nobody really having a lonely race at all. There's Alex Meek just ahead of Stuart Dix and Kevin Stansel, then trio all together. There's a 75, that's Dan Pickett, who's running out wide ever so slightly there. That's Roger Arnold, Andrew Mansell just behind him. As they turn their way through the loop and head on to Aintree and the Wellington Straight they will go. This is sun gleaming down on the cars. Last race of the day here at Silverstone. The cars just keep on coming. Now we can go back on board with Draga Heskey. We're heading down to Beckett's. It's side by side between Mitchell and Sims. Now that was Mitchell, I think, using loads of the curbing on the inside of Beckett's, and that time it was Sims using the curbing. They turn through Maggots. Now on to Chapel, that brings them onto the hanger straight. Not the easiest things to identify the cars from behind, so I think it's Sims in front. Anyway, they go side by side once again. See if we, I think it's Wesley Mitchell that's just gone back up to second. You may have noticed Michael O'Brien is sprinting off into the distance. Across the line, it was 2 seconds his advantage over this battle, and as they continue battling, that gap will just rise. It's a great battle though. Great to watch. Sure, great to be in as well. As we cross the line at the Grand Prix pits and then head into Vale. It is Sims looking on the inside of Wesley Mitchell. Mitchell stays in front. Into the brakes now, into Village. It's definitely Mitchell ahead of Sims and Draga Heskey. Second, third and fourth. Draga Heskey taking a much tighter line than Mitchell and Sims, who slide their car out, don't hit the apex so much through there. With the track being so wide here at Silverstone for these cars, you can use it in different ways to normal. Right, Brooklands next. It's Sims who dives up on the inside. Great move. Goes ahead of Mitchell then. These two have been battling for years in historic Formula Ford. Right, back to complete then. Lap 5 of this one. Mike O'Brien last time got into the 21s. He's done it again this lap. Another 21 from O'Brien, and the gap up to 3 seconds now. And Mitchell goes back into second, then into Copse Corner, slides his way on the inside line. The two of them slide out wide. Sims darts to the right-hand side of the circuit. Maybe a bit prematurely, because here comes Draga Hescu. I was going to say, going around the outside, but he backed out of that one. So Sims straight back on the case to get back ahead of Westy Mitchell. The traffic up the road, I'd imagine that's Nicholas Arden's Merlin Mark 11. So head on to the hangar straight. And here comes Ben Sims then, inside line. No, he goes back into the slipstream. That's went a bit early. Goes again. Now onto the brakes. Sims back into second. Down towards the Vale now. And then into the right-hander at Club. Of course, the Vale and Club, very different corner on this layout to the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. Bartel, who had dropped away a bit, is back with them. So it's 4 for second again. Right, down towards Village. Sims, Mitchell just breaking away there. And Draga Hescu and Bartel. Bartel slides his way through the loop. Then onto Aintree. Easy flat in these cars. Down the Wellington Straight. Down towards Brooklyn. It's passing the BRDC Grandstand. The BRDC Clubhouse on the right hand side. So through Brooklyn, and that's Westy Mitchell. Westy Mitchell that spins to the outside of the circuit, so that's thrown him out of contention for the podium position. So that's given Ben Sims a bit of a break possibly in that battle for second. Right, on board with Alex Meek, and out there's Cooper Chinnock of Stuart Dick just behind. Dick's on the inside, heading through Aintree, but it's Meek that stays in front and running a bit wider, the Cooper. And then sitting in the slips from the inside line, therefore. They head down towards Brooklands. Kevin Stanzel just behind as well, and I think that's the 18 of Dix to goes ahead of Meek. Back with this battle. Bartel right on the exhaust pipes of the Merlin of Draga Hescu, and Ben Sims under huge pressure. He tries to defend the line, but Draga Hescu squeezes up on the inside. It's Bartel round the outside. Sims keeps his position. It's Draga Hescu who loses the place. Draga Hescu down to 4th. Sims stays second. Bartel 3rd. O'Brien well down the road in the lead. He looks almost a dead cert for the victory now as Sims drifts his way between the two apexes at Club Corner. And now they head their way then across the Grand Prix pit lane, about halfway or so around this Grand Prix circuit. And again Sims slides his way, drifts his way through Abbey, then the left-hander at Farm, another of the easy flat corners in the Formula Ford 1600 cars. Onto the brake through Village. The left-hander at the loop. Very different lines you can have around that corner. And onto Aintree. And Bartel will be looking for the slipstream, I say. No, he goes defensive. And this could Draga Hescu. There's Draga Hescu. He squeezes up on the inside. He likes doing that. And he's using the slipstream with Sims to help him go with it. And he gets 3rd then. There's Bartel going for the swooping line through the corner, which will bring back on the tail for Laffield. Again, going for the more swooping line. Laffield corner, you can really take very different lines, and it not making a huge difference to which part of the circuit you're sitting on. Right, across the line, complete yet another lap of this one, and that's lap 6 completed. And it's side by side as Dragon Hescu looks to the inside of Sims. Sims gives him the room, but carries the speed around the outside of the corner to keep him in front. But now Dragon Hescu looking to the inside for Beckett. Bartel looking to the outside. No, 3 wide is not the way to go into there. Sims stays in front. Dragon Hescu in 3rd and Bartel in 4th. 3 maggots now. Very fast part of the circuit, that. Oh, in general, the Silverstone Grand Prix second, a pretty quick lap. Fastest lap in qualifying, a 92 mph average. Dragon Hescu goes in front into Stowe then, using the slip trim. Bartel go past Sims as well, or no, Sims brakes very late. Drifted over again. He's in 3rd. Because Dragon Hescu in front now as they head down towards Vale and Club. Very, very quick, especially compared to the conventional Grand Prix circuit. Oh, Dragon Hescu! The car snaps there to the inside. So that's allowed Sims to get away for good now for 2nd. So Dragon Hescu hopefully be able to rejoin, but he's going to lose a lot of positions there. More battling going on. It's Roger Arnold there, and I think is it Dan Pickett we're on board with. Oh dear, running out very wide, the 55 of Arnold. More battles. We're on board with Kevin Stanzel. Round the outside goes the Cooper of Dick. Meek keeps his place on the inside ahead of Stanzel, but did lose out to the Cooper. So this trio for the whole race head down into Beckett's, and once again confirming this fact that wherever you are on the grid, great battling to be had. Through Chapel then onto the Hangar Straight. We're well and truly in the second half of this race now. Good 5-second lead up front for O'Brien, as we're going to get a change here because Meek up on the inside of Dick and he goes through. So Stuart Dick's there losing out to Meek. I'm sure they'll have another go though before the end of this one. Roger Arnold now we're on board with. Head through Brooklands. Beautiful day at Silverstone. Blue sky, sun out, warm weather as well. Perfect racing conditions. Final lap now, and it's Michael O'Brien. That man there, we haven't seen too much of him, especially of late. He has drove masterfully, pulling away. There is Ben Sims. Sims not lost a huge amount. Now this is battle we haven't really seen anything of at all. This is James Hadfield just ahead of Will Nuttall. They turn their way through the loop, then this is actually a 5-car scrap, isn't it? With Simon Toyner. Mark Dragon Hescu was in there on his recovery, James Buckton as well. There's Westy Mitchell. He's on his recovery as well after his spin about halfway through. He's going to still finish in the top 10. Here we go then, out of Luffield for the final time, and Michael O'Brien then is going to take his first victory. Novice driver this season in the championship is O'Brien, following the steps of the likes of Michael Lyons, and a delighted Michael O'Brien crosses the line and workshop for Speed Sport just down, or just outside the circuit premises, and it's O'Brien then that takes the victory by 4.6 seconds in the end from Ben Sims. Max Bartel in 3rd. James Hadfield come across the line 4th in his title in that big scrap, just ahead of Will Nuttall, Mark Dragon Hescu, Simon Toyne and James Buckton. In 9th was Petty Kaviri in the Cavati, and then in 10th Westy Mitchell. Stuart Meek behind that battle for 11th, just ahead of Stuart Dix and Kevin Stantle. Brian Morris was in 14th, just ahead of Stephen King. Michael Wales 16th, and Daniel Pickett, Andrew Mansell, Roger Arnold, James Lovett complete the top 20. Let's just take a few looks at the race, because I wouldn't be able to show you everything as the race is going on, so just give you a few snapshots of what we haven't seen. This is Julian Pearce's start. They'll be busy off the line, of course. Dan Pickett. Great to see all the onboards drivers that have sent us. Great to have all the onboards. Really helps to show how the race developed. There you can see Buckton's exhaust. And Alex Meeks, superb save really. Kevin Stanzel, on board with him. You see we're 3 wide, very tight, and there you can see Buckton's exhaust hanging off. And heading down towards Beckett's. It's worked its way loose. There it goes, and then right underneath Meeks' car. This is on board with Meek. There you go. My word. That was really quite dramatic, wasn't it? Another look from Meek. There's the tank exhaust. Off it comes. Blings it up in the air. And Chatting, really quite incredible save. Keep it to opposite lock. Get the car facing in the right direction. A great race Meek had. Finished 11th position. This is Draga Hesku's spin. Let's see what happened. Snatched the wrong gear possibly, which spat the car round. Draga Hesku did rejoin and then was involved in that battle behind. So this is on board with Rachel Arnold. This is how quick the front pack come past the back markers. Buckton having to pull well all 4 wheels off.
Who else? James, young James, Hadfield. Where are you? 4th. Well done. Yeah, well done, James. Right, well done you guys, and also our first timers for finishing. Well done. Yeah. And Nicholas, so well done. He's at the back waving. Well done. Well done, guys. Thank you. Great fun, man. Say anything else, or do we just go home? Something else? Oh right.
Oh yes, there is. At Snedstone, Andy Wiggins is responsible for the qualifying sequencing.
We're going out 65 first, 66.